Hi everyone. So I have been posting videos lately because we actually are changing the layout on our shop. So as you can see now, everything is on a rack. I have another table for the lasers. I have the fiber laser right here. There is going to be a UV laser right here that is on the way, and a couple other changes that we're doing. But I want to show you something that I think you guys are going to like. So let me grab it first. So we did the Koozie adapter for the F1. A lot of people were asking for a solution to align, number one, and number two, to be able to do multiple, like do one, take it out, put another one, and put another one, and keep changing and changing, and always align in the same place. And we put it on our products and all that. It was great. But now we have a lot of people saying like, "Hey, I want to do two at a time, and I want to use the Ultra." So I was putting a lot of thoughts on how to do it and how to keep up with the style and design. I don't want to change it. I don't want to do something completely different. So what we did is a different bracket. So this bracket will help you to align two of these, one on each side. And what I'm going to do now is I want to make a quick artwork. I have a couple of tarot cards that I'm going to put on, and I want to see how it goes. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you my settings. These are just leatherette Koozies. So they're super simple. This engrave on black. So it's brown and black. The engrave, we're going to be using the infrared or the fiber 20 watt from the F1 Ultra. I'm going to move a couple stuff really quick because I need to connect first my air purifier. Still is on the process, but I want to connect that and let's see how that goes. I'll turn it on in a minute, and just to ensure, and you will say, I wonder that at the time you will have an adapter ready for this. I did. Then I moved the whole garage, and because I moved the whole garage, I don't know where I put it. There we go. That will do for now. Okay, so this is the holder for the Koozies, and ideally you will put these on the last screws. Of course, because this is a little bit wider and you want to make sure that both fits comfortable. Some are a little thicker, some are a little thinner. So we're gonna be using these ones, and this is the thickness on this one. Some are a little thicker, therefore this part on the seam makes them a little wider. So this is the same stretcher for the F1. So you want to put it there, and you will see this is already making this a little flatter. So I'm just gonna push it down, just like dressing it basically. You will see this goes there and aligns perfectly there, right? So let's do one more. So right now I have my Ultra on a Wi-Fi. I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna slide it down like so. There we go. It's like wearing a baby diaper. A diaper. And here, so now I have these two perfectly flat on my F1 Ultra. So I'm gonna put a tarot card here. So let me show you what I have. So this is what I have here, and I was about to do this on a Zippo as well. So I'm gonna change the template that I'm gonna be using. I don't have an active template for that yet. It will be ready for tomorrow, but I wanna work on that. So let me put it like this so you can see what I want to be doing. And just if you wonder, I'm on a Mac right now. The Windows is here, but this is the card that I have. So this is going to be on a Zippo really soon. So I'm just going to create a new one, a new project here. There is my F1 Ultra. There's a new software recommended update. I want to do that later. So it's connected. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select a rectangle, and I'm going to kind of find for the area that I want to engrave. So I know that I have two, so I'm gonna go with this one first, rectangle. So I'm gonna hit framing here because I wanna first see where it is. So let me show you the framing. So there is the framing, you see it. So what I want to do is I'm going to select the framing here, and I'm going to move it left and right with my arrows. Maybe there is better, or a little more. I want to say that here is about, that's about right. So I'm gonna uncheck the proportions. I'm gonna say that it's going to be there, and then it's going to be a little more there. So that's a safe area for me there. So probably a little more to the left there, a little to the right to match there. So basically I have a pre-area that I want. I'm gonna stretch a little bit more to the left, just a little bit. Perfect, that will do it for me. So now I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna paste that in the other side of the canvas to fit this one. Alright, now that I have everything framed in the area that I want. Okay, so I have the thread that I'm gonna be using on the zippo, so I'm gonna just copy. I don't wanna update. I'm gonna copy this guy. Now I'm going to paste this here. So that's this guy. And I need to do it here as well. Okay, so I have this in place. There's a couple things that I want to try to make sure. Number one, I'm gonna zoom in. I want to create a square just about the size of the area. So I'm going to select the tarot card, and I'm going to try to select the same square that I have here. This guy and this guy is not letting me, so I want to do something different. This is going to be like that, and I'm going to lock that layer. This layer also is not an output layer, and I'm going to select again, right click on it, and I'm going to lock this guy. So now I can select these two, and I'm going to create a mask. So now I'm selecting an area pretty much like the image that I'm using, right? So I have this area here, and that's the one I'm going to engrave. So it comes in here, I just copy and paste it. Now that I have this, I'm going to frame this, and I'm going to select the first one. I'm just select the first one. So now I see here where is my area. So because the image was originally so I'm gonna say big, maybe because the white area, transparent area was bigger, I would get like a kind of a fake engraving area. So this is going in no proportions because I uncheck that. So I'm going to Control Z and select the look for proportions. I want to extend it a little bit more and a little bit more here. So now that I know the size, and I'm seeing of course the framing. Right now that I have that, I'm going to copy that one and I'm going to put it on my next one here. There it is. Both looks okay for me. There it is. Now I'm going to work on my settings. So let's point here at settings. So this image is going to engrave all the black, and the black is going to come out. And that's probably what we want, taking into consideration that the white is a lighter color. I don't know how it will turn out. Normally, I will probably run a test, so I wanna grab this guy here. Let me stop the framing. I wanna grab this guy in here, and I'm actually going to just say output off. So now this one is the only one. So what I did is I select this one here and check the output off. So only this one is going to be engraved. And let me work on my settings. So I want to show you here what I want to do in settings. So I want to use on this one the infrared. That's number one. Number two, the duration, I'm going to keep it 100 for now. Power range, say 1 to 10. I want to say, I know that 11 is the minimum that it fires. On this, let's say 12. It doesn't let me, so I want to say probably because this is 50 and I want to say this 11. There you go. DPI 500, I think that's a really decent one. I'm going to use a grayscale to see the detail how it goes. Pro, this is a very good setting to start with. I don't remember my settings from the last time that I did this, but I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to see what happens. So come over here. So we're going to engrave the first one here. What I'm going to do, let me show you this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to close this as far as it goes there. So the laser is going to start the fan, but I'm going to start my film extraction. Now I'm in the garage. It's pretty decent ventilated. I'm just hitting process. I hit start, and you will see here the project is coming. Here's the project. So let's give it a go. So there it is. It's going. It took 9 minutes. Is to be expected because it's not a vector file. But look at that. The text could be better. So for the text, I think I'm gonna do vectors and I'm gonna correct that. But the image came out really nice. Okay, so we did the Koozie. This is really, I like to work more on a vector file, but I want to give it a go with this, and especially because vector files, especially when they have small details and you use blue light instead infrared, or well, in this case it's a fiber source, you get a little bit more of the burn. This, when you use the fiber version on the Ultra and even on the F1, the infrared on the F1 is a cooler engrave, meaning that the temperature is not as high, therefore doesn't burn the material as much. That's why it's safe to use on plastics. And you can get it on, the engraving, less of a burn mark or stuff like that, especially when you work with synthetic stuff and things like that. This say leather red, so leather red is synthetic, so I will be a little bit more happy on if you don't have a really good system or using it on a laser that doesn't run that hot. Let me turn this off. There you go, that was too loud. So, and let me get a drink. So this is kind of a, let's hang out with lasers at night. So here's the Koozie, here's a little drink, unopened. I'll crack it open right now. So this is how it will look. So let's see how this engraving works. You want to make sure that this is a good engraving, right? Cheers. Yeah, the engraving didn't affect the flavor, so that was a really good job done. So if you want to have these files, I'm going to put it on the description below. Don't forget, if you like what you see, you like our new F1 Ultra Koozie adapter that will let you do two at the same time and things like that, you will find the link in the description below as well. Please give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. We're going to be reviewing a couple machines that we just got. I have boxes in quantities to review stuff. Like, look at that. All those are boxes with things that I need to open and see what's going on. So we are changing the steel here on the shop. So leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We are close to the end of the year. That means a big giveaway is coming. If you have a friend, listen, if you have a friend that wants to try a laser, he doesn't want to spend the money on getting a laser, I'm going to be giving away one of the friendliest, safest, and easiest lasers to use for beginners. So leave us a comment. If you have a person, invite the person, have it subscribe, because soon we're going to do a live draw for the machine. So, as always, fire the laser.